welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video we're going to be talking about all the problems with nutrition in 2020. But before we get into the video, make sure to give this video a nice thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little bell so you don't miss another one of my videos. Alright, let's get into it. So for today's video, I have another graphic for you guys from the fitness chef on Instagram. So what I'm going to do is put that up on the screen, kind of briefly go over everything, and then we're really going to dive into it afterwards. So I'm going to show you guys the graphic now. So he has the graphic here, the problem with nutrition in 2020, and I 125 million% agree with this, especially going to school for nutrition and dietetics. We get to hear all of the new fads out there, all the new diets, things that people are complaining about, all the myths, all these facts, all these different things, because it's important to learn everything because you never know who's going to come to you with questions or concerns and you're going to have to answer them. So let's get started. So the first thing we have is you can't eat fat because fat makes you fat. Duh. Like, yeah, okay. You can't eat carbs as they spike your insulin and make you fat. Protein? Nope. It screws up your organs and, protein shakes, they just make you fat. Don't eat sugar at all costs. It feeds disease and obviously it makes you fat. You guessed it, fruit contains sugar too, so avoid it because it definitely makes you fat. And then not eating because all food makes you unwell and fat, well, not eating puts you in starvation mode, which is going to make you fat. So the only thing that's going to make you gain weight is a positive energy balance like he showed on his graphic. So unless you're in a caloric surplus, you're not going to be gaining anything. I don't understand. What are all these little facts and myths and things? Like, no. Calorie surplus, gain weight. Calorie deficit, lose weight. It's literally as simple as that. And we'll get into the whole starvation mode thing later. But if you haven't seen it already, definitely make sure to check out my video on starvation mode. And if it's real, if it's not, and all that jazz. And yes, I'm wearing this Sherpa shirt because it snowed in New Jersey and I just can't deal. I need summer. It's just bad, so I'm going to be comfy cozy this whole video. So the first claim that we're going to go over is that fats make you fat. Okay, so neither carbohydrates or fats are just going to cause you to gain weight on their own. Now, if you have a diet that is more heavily focused on carbs than it is fat, typically you might be having an increase in calories of carbohydrates. But the only way you're going to be gaining weight or gaining fat or whatever is going to be from a caloric surplus. That's it. You're not just going to gain fat because you're having fat or because you're having a carb. Now, I talk about healthy fats all the time. You need fats. You need all these things. You need fats, you need carbs, you need it all. So dietary fats give your body energy and they support cell growth. So clearly they are essential. They help protect your organs, your immunity, they regulate body temperature, and they even provide you with satiety, so they're going to make you feel full longer. Fats help your body absorb some vitamins and nutrients, but they also produce hormones. Okay, so the next claim is that carbs spike your insulin and make you gain fat. Now, some of these are going to be kind of like partially true and not, so let me just explain. So insulin is a hormone that regulates the glucose levels in your blood or your blood sugar levels. The hormone works by helping your body's cells absorb glucose. Insulin can cause weight gain when it absorbs too much glucose and it stores it as fat. Your body only needs so much insulin to do its daily function, so this makes sense. But like I always say, you need carbs. Carbs are your body's main source of energy. So if you're having a diet and you're not having any carbs and you're wondering why you're so tired and groggy all the time and you have no energy, I mean, hello. Carbs help you fuel your brain, your heart, your kidneys, and your central nervous system. So you guys have heard of fiber before, right? So fiber keeps your cholesterol levels in check. It aids in satiety, so it keeps you full longer, and it aids in digestion. Fiber is a carb. The third claim is that protein just isn't good for your organs, and protein shakes, well, they make you fat. Okay, so a high protein diet can accelerate kidney damage in somebody who has kidney disease. So unless you have kidney disease, don't worry about it. A higher protein diet doesn't really accelerate or affect anything in a normal, like, healthy person. Not saying if you have kidney disease you're not normal, but just saying. So eating protein, drinking protein, or using protein powder is not going to make you fat. It's not going to make you bulky. It's not going to make you weight gain, whatever. The only way you're going to gain weight is if you're in a caloric surplus. If you're barely eating anything all day and you have a protein shake as a meal replacement or whatever the heck, and like you're not even meeting your daily value, or you are like, unless you're in a caloric surplus, you're not going to gain weight. Most protein powders are about 100 to 150 calories per serving. So if you've got a scoop of that, or maybe you have two, like, that alone is not going to make you gain all this weight. And protein is another thing that you need. You have to look at protein as a building block. So they're a building block of your organs, your muscles, your skin, hormones, all that good stuff. Your body needs protein in order to maintain and to repair your tissues. You don't only need protein if you're, this giant muscular bodybuilder. Like, no. The fourth claim is that sugar feeds disease and makes you fat. Okay, so sugar is kind of a hot topic. So there's a difference between natural sugar, added sugar, the amount of sugar, where it comes from, the different types, how it breaks down in your body. Sugar is not sugar. Just like I say, calorie is not a calorie, protein is not a protein, neither is sugar. Okay, so is diabetes, heart disease, cancer, all these different things, are they linked to someone who consumes an excess of added sugar? Of course. All kinds of cells, including cancer cells, depend on blood glucose or blood sugar for energy. But when you think about it, giving a cancer cell more sugar isn't going to make it grow more rapidly, just the same way as taking some sugar away isn't going to slow things down. So consuming small amounts of added sugar is not going to make much of a dent or make you gain all this weight. If you're indulging in all these foods that are super high in added sugars all the time, then yeah, of course. But just to throw out a statement that sugar, feeds disease and makes you fat just out there like that, that's not true. Added sugar, though, is an empty calorie, so it offers little to no nutrition. If you don't know what an empty calorie is, definitely make sure to check out my video. I'll link it down below for you guys so you can check it out. So carbohydrates break down to sugars. So if you hear me saying sugar or carbs, that's what they break down to, so I'm using them interchangeably. I know it's not 100%. Just, that's what I mean. Sugars are the first energy source that the body goes to. They're much easier to break down than protein and fats are. But you need energy. So you need carbs, you need sugars, you need these. The fifth claim is that fruit is sugar and it makes you fat. So fruit, of course, does contain natural sugars. Now this is going to be a mixture of fructose, glucose, and sucrose. Fructose, or fruit sugar, is a simple ketonic monosaccharide that's found in a lot of plants. It's usually bonded to glucose to form sucrose, which is a disaccharide, and it's absorbed directly into the blood during digestion. Just like I said before, fruit alone is not going to be the cause of weight gain. Fruit doesn't equal fat. Yes, fruit has natural sugars, but they also go hand in hand with fiber, and they have fiber which slows down the breakdown of these sugars. This changes your body's effect on the blood sugar and insulin levels by kind of changing your body's way of doing things. Like, your body has a tendency of taking this and storing it as fat, but it won't do that. And the last one is that not eating puts you in a starvation mode, which makes you get fat. So I have an entire video, like I told you earlier, all about starvation mode and the claims and if it's real or not. Just check that out, please. Starvation mode technically is not a real thing, and even though it's called that, I'm going to tell you kind of a little bit of an overview. If you don't go watch the video, I'm going to tell you a little bit of an overview, but I don't know why it's even called that, because that's not even what it is. When your body loses a lot of weight, that's healthy, right? But your body is going to try to conserve it's energy when that happens. And then what happens? You can feel lazier, hungrier, and it can increase your food cravings. And if you give in to them, you can gain weight if you're in caloric surplus. All starvation mode is what happens to your body when it's kind of adjusting to either a caloric surplus or a deficit. It's just like your body is like adjusting and kind of figuring out, okay, like what's happening, what's my new groove here. It's not just going to make you gain weight. It can slow the amount of weight loss that you have, but it's not just going to make you gain weight. Well, that's all I have for those 6 claims for you guys today. I hope you liked this video and I hope you learned something new. If you did like it, make sure to give this video a nice thumbs up and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the little bell so you don't miss another one of my videos. If I didn't answer any of your questions or you have some more wacky kind of claims for me, definitely make sure to leave them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you guys think or what you hear from other people. Can kind of be entertaining. But that's all I have for this video today, you guys. As always, if you want to get my exclusive nutrition tips, healthy food recommendations, and delicious recipes right to your inbox, then make sure to head over right to my description box, click the link, and join the fam. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.